Emmanuel Macron is expected to move quickly to appoint a prime minister and form a cabinet as he seeks to quash doubts over his ability to govern without a fully formed party machine. To do so, France's newly elected president will tap a pool of 30-something advisors and a group of political heavyweights who have been early supporters of En Marche, the political movement the 39-year-old formed last year. Mr. Macron has said his first government will be made up of 14 ministers reporting to an experienced prime minister. The appointments are expected to be made once Mr. Macron officially replaces President François Hollande in the Élysée Palace, on Sunday. While Mr. Macron insists that he and his movement are neither on the left or the right of politics, many in his inner circle come from a reformist social democratic current within the Socialist Party. They include Gérard Collomb, the 69-year-old mayor of Lyon, who has been mooted as a potential premier. Those clustered around Mr. Macron tend to be graduates of elite universities, or grandes écoles such as ENA, the school that grooms top civil servants. Many have held cabinet roles in various socialist governments. A few are university friends. Among the younger generation, many worked closely with Mr. Macron when he was economy minister under Mr. Hollande. Alexis Kohler, Mr. Macron's former chief of staff, is expected to play a key role at the Élysée. The French leader has also said he will make a point of nominating political novices from the private sector to key ministerial roles. Political allies. With legislative elections in 5 weeks, Mr. Macron will rely heavily on seasoned politicians to help lure MPs from the centre-right and centre-left and secure a majority in parliament. Having never held elected office, Mr. Macron started to build a network of political allies in 2015 when, as economy minister, he sought a majority in parliament for his deregulation bill. During 4 weeks in parliament, he grew close to Richard Ferrand, a socialist MP from Finistère, Western France, who was the bill's sponsor. Mr. Ferrand, Mr. Collomb, and Jean-Yves Le Drian, the current defense minister, are strong contenders to be prime minister, according to people involved in the campaign. The prime minister will have to seek as broad an alliance as possible on the centre-right and centre-left to cement a majority in parliament from the elections. Other politicians set to play prominent roles in the Macron presidency include François Bayrou, the mayor of Pau and leader of centrist party Modem. Team Macron. Many of the new president's advisors at the economy ministry formed En Marche's campaign staff and are expected to join him at the Élysée. They include Ismaël Emeline, 30, Julien de Normandie, 36, and Clement Beaune. Another with governmental experience is Benjamin Griveaux, the En Marche spokesman and a one-time advisor to a former French health minister. Jean Pisani-Ferry, the economist, and former head of the French Economic Planning Agency, who has helped write Mr. Macron's economic program, is likely to hold a key advisor role, possibly as an EU Sherpa. So are Marc Ferrexy, an economist, and his wife Sophie, Mr. Macron's administrative affairs chief in the economy ministry. Both are longtime friends of Mr. Macron and Brigitte Trogneux, his wife. Arad, France's ambassador to Washington, is mooted to become diplomatic advisor. Sylvie Goulard, a centrist MEP and an early supporter of En Marche, is expected to hold a ministerial role. Business allies. Mr. Macron's pro-business, pro-innovation stance has resonated in the French startup community. Supporters include tech entrepreneurs Xavier Niel, founder of mobile phone operator Iliad, and the partner of Delphine Arnault, daughter of LVMH chief executive Bernard Arnault, and Marc Simoncini, founder of matchmaking website Meetic. Claude Bibert, the powerful former chief executive of insurance company AXA and one of the godfathers of French business, has also declared in favor of Mr. Macron. The president-elect can also count on support from a group of social democratic businessmen known as Les Gracs, among them Bernard Spitz, head of the French Insurance Federation, a trade body.